Hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about grappling, we're going to be going to Cardiff, so the Radisson Blue in Cardiff. We're going to be heading down to Grapple Kings 8. Now, Grapple Kings 8 is going to be on the 23rd of July. It's going to be a fantastic event. I mean, we've been talking about this for a few weeks now. I know Grapple Kings has been pushing this out here for obviously quite a while, but it's going to be Team England versus Team Wales. So we're going to see some of the best grapplers that we've got across all belt levels from both Team England and Team Wales. So we're going to, well, when I say Team England versus Team Wales, I've been laughing about this because it's Team Draig versus everybody else. Obviously, there's a few others from different gyms are going to be part of Team Wales. Obviously, we've got Craig Ewer's Academy, Impact Gym, and things like that. So, but yeah, predominantly Team Draig are going to be out there kicking everybody's ass on the 23rd of July. So now ticket availability, anybody looking for tickets, head over to the Grapple Kings Facebook page. Tickets, I believe, £30 and £35, which is an absolute bargain for some of the matchups that you're going to get to see. And obviously, it's going to be on Fight TV as well. So anybody looking to get the pay-per-view, then head over to Fight TV and you'll be able to get all the details. And again, we'll explain obviously how much is going to be later on in the show. So my next guest then is going to be on the show that night. So Tomas Ayers is going to be up against Abraham Dannan. So Tomas of Team Draig, as we mentioned, so going to be representing Team Wales up against ASW's Abraham Dannan and yeah, Team England. So Tomas is absolute fantastic grappler. I mean, obviously, I get told a lot about people when I ever I bring up their name for an interview. I always get some feedback on them. So a few people have already messaged me about Tomas, saying that this kid is unbelievable grappler. So and saying, Stuart, you're in for an absolute treat when you see this kid on the mat on the 23rd. So I'm looking forward to it, Tomas.
Too nice, too nice.
But yeah, no, listen, I'm absolutely buzzing to head down. I mean, obviously, I know Ash. Obviously, we've seen Ash, obviously, up in Scotland, come up with the team. Obviously, the team went in the power grappling. They did that. They won that event. And we've seen, obviously, like Miguel. We talked about my boys, Miguel and Jack. Obviously, I know how good they were when they were up here in Scotland. And then since they've went down to you guys, their games just went to another level. So definitely the team, the training at Draig is unbelievable.
No, definitely. They're actually in the gi now as well, which is nice. They're in the gi. But yeah, they're flying at the moment. They started coaching down with us as well, so they're coaching. I'm pretty sure they're switching nights. So they're coaching in Ash's gym on one night, and then the other one's down in Sarah with Josh, and then it's and vice versa. So yeah, they're getting proper stuck in.
Yeah, I mean, Team Draig. I mean, it's an unbelievable team, and I mean, we talk about team. I mean, obviously we talked about Ash going over to the ADCC, and there's a whole load of you heading over as well. I mean, it's not just because normally you see whenever anybody goes over to comps, normally there's like the competitor and maybe a couple of people, but you guys are going over as an absolute unit heading over there.
Yeah, you got an army going over.
Yeah. So,
yeah, no. Yeah, there's a good few. I say good few. There's a lot of us going over, you know, to support him. So fingers crossed, he'll nail it. That's the plan anyway.
He definitely will. Yeah, he definitely will, man. He definitely will. Ash is on another level. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, he's definitely on fire. And that's the thing. I mean, most people as well, especially at that level, if they've got the ADCC coming up, they'll maybe tail back a little bit. They won't compete as much, but they'll still be obviously hard training. But Ash is fucking, he's away to Australia a couple of weeks ago. He's traveling all over. He's still competing. He's still getting out there and getting himself ready for obviously September.
Yeah, no, him and Josh went to Australia for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
He's training out there. Came back, and then I think he's had two. I think he's fought twice since. He's fought on Raw. That match was nuts. He fought on. Oh, he's fighting on Grapple Kings as well against Dominic Dillon. I'm pretty sure. But Yeah, no, he's got so many matches coming up, but he's still training insane. Like, there's 30 people on the mat today, and he was by far working everyone. You know, there's some high level grapplers down there.
Yeah. Not just Ash either. I mean, we're talking about, obviously there's going to be a big team heading over to see Ash, but it's the same whenever any of you guys compete. I mean, you always take a big team. Even guys that are not competing will still turn up, and they'll travel distances and stuff like that. I remember I'd say there was the 5 of them came up for the power grappling, and they all came up in a Nissan Qashqai, and they all jumped out in a Nissan Qashqai. I don't know who was driving. I can't remember whose car it was, right? But they jumped out, the 5 of them, and in they came, done their thing, one jumped in the Qashqai and headed back to Wales.
Yeah, sounds about right. We won't take more cars if it's not needed. Everyone will cram into one.
Yeah. It's quite funny as well, because obviously there was a couple of big guys in the back as well, and obviously they've jumped out. And you've got to be thinking a Qashqai. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's still a decent sized motor, but then when you've got 5 fully grown men in the back of a car, in the car, you'll just be thinking, man, this is a little bit too comfortable.
Nah, yeah, sounds like the boys, to be fair. And
then, what about you then? So obviously training for yourself then. So how's everything going for you training wise?
Yeah, it's going well, to be fair. Just keeping it going. Been on and off for a while. Obviously, I tested positive a couple of weeks ago, and I come back and I was off again. But now hopefully starting, I'll be training consistently, you know. So get it going from the start. And
that's the thing, COVID. I mean, we talked about COVID, and again, COVID's always been like a big topic whenever we've talked. I mean, obviously we had that big gap where a lot of people didn't train, and obviously even now people are still getting COVID. I mean, you talked about you a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I mean, how were you feeling? Because I know people were getting mixed kind of things that were happening, like headaches or coughs and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, so it was mad, right? Because I felt absolutely fine. Woke up, went training in the morning. Felt a bit tired. I think it was on a Wednesday or Thursday, so it was halfway through the training week. Anyway, came home. I'm gonna have to have a nap before I go down the gym and teach or train. I can't remember what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I woke up and it was like hit by steam train. I woke up, fell back asleep, and I was like, nah, it's not happening today. So I went and took a test and come back positive then. But yeah, I think I was positive for 7 days.
Yeah.
I think it was. But yeah, I felt it when I went back training.
Yeah.
My first competition after that was Deadlift Super Fight. I had a match on that.
Yeah.
I think I had my first competition after it. And my gas tank was non-existent.
Yeah.
It was like
we hear a lot as well. I mean, people talk about like long COVID. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people talking about the long COVID, and they talk about it affecting gas tanks, affecting their breathing and stuff like that. I mean, and it's quite important. I mean, breathing is very important, especially for jiu-jitsu. So, because obviously, everybody knows, anybody that's ever trained or even competed. I mean, as soon as because obviously there's a bit in a competition. Like if you're on a match, and let's say it's a 5, 6, 7 minute, whatever many minutes it is, and halfway through, your gas tank goes, and it's a horrible last half of the match. A very, very horrible last.
Sounds like my British Open run, that does. No, yeah. That's one of the worst experiences ever. You're just going in your head. You're like, yeah, I got this. Bang, you're gone. Yep. Nothing left. Just surviving.
Yeah. And the coach is always shouting, do this, do that. Yeah, coach is always shouting, do this, do that. And you're like, I'm trying, man. Listen, anybody that's ever done a competition, we've all done it. Do you know what I mean? At one point or another, we've all dropped that gas tank, and then, as I said, it's a horrible few minutes after it. So, and as you said, it's all about survival.
It's my competition. Score 2. Oh.
Yeah. Mate, you sound like an old man. That's what old men do. That's what we do, man. We go take down 2 points. That's it. I've won. They're like, no, you've still got 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. You're like, what? So that's an old man. That's old man style.
Yeah, no, talking about that. I had a match on. I done the Somerset Open. On a stinker of a day. I had a match. I think I had my first or second nogi match. No points, no scores, no advantages, nothing. I think it was a minute and a half left. Shot up, locked up a triangle. My legs are gasping, scrambling like mad, and the boys might call like, "Yeah, go for the tap." I looked up. I was like, "No tap." Match ended. Advantage me. Done.
Gold medal, easy work, man. Oh, I love it. But there's all sorts. I mean, like, obviously, out competing. Everybody's got stories, funny stories, man. Some of the stories that I hear from competing is it's so funny, and you think to yourself, like, people getting lost, like in the Euros, people getting lost, going to the wrong venue, and do you know what I mean, turning up on the wrong day. Do you know what I mean? They were meant to be on yesterday, and they turned up the day after, and they've got their gi on and everything ready to weigh in. What are you doing here? You were meant to be here yesterday, and that. So they've just spent all that money going to Lisbon for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
I'm mental.
Then what about you then? So obviously Grapple Kings 8. So again, massive card. Obviously in great company, both Team Wales and Team England. So a lot of fantastic grapplers. So well, we know how you found out. You obviously Ash was going to pick a team. And obviously you were going to be one of the first few people on the team list.
Yeah. So come around, I didn't even know about it, to be honest. And then one day the message was like, "Oh, you're fighting Abraham Dannan 23rd, and this week." And I was like, "Sound happy days, let's go."
So is that the thing? I mean, obviously, again, anybody I speak to that does grappling, obviously, it's a lot different from MMA. So whereas grapplers, I mean, we go in and we're like, yeah, we'll fight regardless of who the opponent is. It could be fucking Gordon Ryan, and you'll be like, yeah, let's go, let's do it, man. So is that the thing with you as well? I mean, obviously, again, opponent makes no difference as long as somebody is there on the night when you turn up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, obviously, whenever I have a match, I always run it past either Ash or Josh first. You know what I mean? You have to do it, but obviously Ash has chosen or Josh has chosen the match for me to have. So obviously, it's a good suited match for me, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he messaged me and he's like, "Oh, this is details. This is where it is." And I was like, "Sound happy days." Confirmed it before I knew about it, type thing.
Yeah, and it's local as well. Obviously, it's good because obviously I know you guys love to travel about. So obviously this one being almost on your doorstep. So it's obviously good not having to travel too far.
No, that's even better as well. I know there's nothing worse than traveling for a competition and then traveling 4 hours, competing, traveling back 4 hours in the same day.
I think I'll be in. I'm going to be in what? Well, obviously I'm traveling down, so it was funny because obviously I was going to fly directly down, but then flying was ridiculous price, and then I was going to get the train down, and it was actually cheaper for me to fly from Glasgow to Birmingham, get a train from Birmingham to Cardiff, than it is to actually get to Cardiff directly. And I'm like, what? So yeah, I'm flying down, train down, so it's going to take me, I don't know, 4 hours, 3 hours or something like that to get down.
That's commitment.
So yeah, but it's going to be good. As I said, Team Draig, Team Wales, Team England. It's going to be an awesome night. So really, really good night. There's a lot of matchups on it as well. So
it's stacked. It's really stacked. There's some big names on it as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of good matchups on it. Who's obviously take your team out of it, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously you're going to want to see all your team, right?
Yeah.
Any matches in particular you're looking forward to seeing?
Yeah.
That's not Team Draig.
Finn and Aman, I think he's fighting.
Yeah.
That match is going to be nuts.
Aman, both of them are awesome. I mean, obviously I've seen Aman a couple of times. He was up in Scotland at SGI. Took Kevin McAloon the distance, obviously, and it ended up, it was because it was a team event. He ended up taking Kevin McAloon to a draw, which was unbelievable. Kevin McAloon, obviously a high level brown belt. And then He was on Northern Submission Series recently. Obviously, a couple of wins on Grapple Fest as well. And then Finn's awesome to watch as well. So 2 really young grapplers, really unbelievable grapplers, going to be going at it. So
no, yeah, that match is going to be bonkers.
Yeah, that'll be one, man, where it'll be like blink and you'll miss something. Do you know what I mean? Because they're so, they're so
100%.
quick. They move quick, and do you know what I mean? And the 2 of them as well. I mean, see, the thing is, and this happens with a lot with the younger guys, is they don't even, like, when they're rolling, they don't look like they're do you know what I mean, using too much pressure. They're just so chilled and relaxed. And they'll be in positions, and they'll be getting, somebody will try to heel hook them, and they'll just be like, yeah, that's nothing's happening. And that's the 2 of them. So very relaxed jiu-jitsu.
Finn's got a mad poker face.
Yeah.
He'll just sit there and stare.
Yeah. What about your own team? Who are you looking forward to seeing from Team Draig?
I'm looking forward to Adam's match, to be honest with you. I think that's going to be a good match. And then we've got Rob McCusker as well. Yeah. So I'm excited for that match to see how he does. He's good. I mean, he's good. He's got the athletic side to him as well. Yeah. So
I was trying to get obviously, because I message everybody about doing the interviews, and can't find Rob anywhere on social media. I don't know if he's he seems to be like a goat. He's like Aman. You talk about Aman as well. Aman's absolute ghost and not on social media. So Rob's exactly the same.
No, I think his Instagram's like custard something. Something. Yeah.
I'll need to have a look. But obviously, because I normally go through like Facebook, but then I forget a lot of people don't use Facebook. People use Instagram, and so I'll need to look. I'll need to look for them. So, and then what about you then? What's going forward? So obviously 23rd, that'll be one of your main focuses.
Yeah.
What's your plans after that then?
So plans for after Grapple Kings is pretty much just help Ash for ADCC. Obviously, if I was in Ash's shoes, I would as much support as I could.
Yeah.
Helping, but like, it'd be unfair if I was from now until September at a competition every weekend.
Yeah.
Absolutely knackered by the end of it, traveling up on a Saturday or whatever, competing on Sunday, traveling back. You know what I mean? Like the work goes on, it's just burn a candle at both ends. You know what I mean? At some point, you're going to drop, and then when you drop, you're taking 3-4 days off to try and help recover, and then, ACC's here then, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, sorry. And when your time comes around, this not going to have the same sort of like help off him back, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's what the full team's goal is. Yeah. Just try and wind off the competitions after Grapple Kings, not compete as much, and just help focus on Ash,
I mean, I love that because, again, it's one person going over to EDCC, but that's what people forget, because obviously, as you know, a lot of spectators just see that one person going on the mat. Yeah. But then, obviously, everybody else knows that behind that one person, there's a whole team of people that have prepared. And, do you know what I mean? And to get one person to go to ADCC, obviously one person, and then next time it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5. So absolutely love that you're all doing it together as a team rather than just one person.
100%, yeah. We were close to having a second person. Yeah. And Tom, man, he got fourth in the UK, no, the trials in Poland.
Trials,
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, you're going to see, there's going to be more. I mean, Team Draig, do you know what I mean? Ash is the first, then obviously everybody else. There's going to be more and more coming behind you. So, coming behind him, should I say. So, hopefully it'll be a Team Draig versus the rest of the world at the next ADCC.
That's the plan. Have an army of Draig walking around.
Definitely. And then, final thing for you then, Thomas. So, obviously, been in the game a little while. I mean, the list of training partners that you've got at the moment is unbelievable. So, but anybody you want to shout out to, so the usual, your friends, family members, teammates, and obviously your sponsor as well.
Yeah. So, firstly, I just want to give a massive shout out to Josh. Obviously, he's probably one of the main reasons why I am where I am today. Obviously, he took me under his wing when I was young.
Yeah.
Probably realised we weren't going to get far in school, so he was like, I'll make him good at something. So that's the first main one I wanna do. And then obviously my parents then for putting up with me. Yeah, Mark, can you pick me up this time? She's out. Yeah, I'm outside, boy. Yeah, can you pick me up in an hour? That's been a few that's come up a couple of times.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously Ash for just making like everyone's life easy getting matches. You know what I mean? Because obviously he had it hard. He's put a name out there for himself now, making it easier for everyone else. He's just messaging promoters. They're like, yeah, we'll get him on shows, no problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, last but not least, then is obviously to Tommy for the sponsor. So
yeah.
that's
Let me ask you one thing. Obviously, you talked about your mum and dad.
yeah.
How does mum and dad feel that you're pursuing this full time as a career?
Oh, they're all for it. You know, their mindset is if he's happy, go for it. They just support the full thing, you know. So, as soon as I finished school, I was just straight in the gym. I was in the gym every day. So, I could probably say I'm in the gym more than I'm in the house.
So they're glad to get you out the house then. They're like, right, he's out the house.
Yeah, no problems in the house then.
Nice.
Anything happens then, not me winning the house.
Listen, I love that. Always talk to people like that, especially younger guys. They're like, how does mum or dad feel? And they're like, yeah, dad's 100% behind it. But mum's like, no, you need an actual job. So
no, she's all for it. Obviously, my mum and Josh have had many a conversation.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's all for it. You know what I mean? She supports what I do, and that's sort of the main thing.
Nah, that's good, man. It's good to have the support, family, friends, and so on. So it's definitely brilliant. So big shout out to mum and dad for obviously for giving us Tom and letting us see Tom at different competitions. So not pushing him to get an actual job. Do you know what I mean? Let's do jiu-jitsu full time. It's a love, man. Jiu-jitsu's a love. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody understands jiu-jitsu. Like, do you know what I mean? Like people, and you've seen it before. I mean, like one guy I know is Rafael dos Santos. Rafael dos Santos was a high-powered lawyer, solicitor. So he was in a good job, earning crazy amounts of money, representing people and just making crazy money, and gave it all up to do jiu-jitsu. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Started off with a gym, had a couple of students, went from probably making, I don't know, £100,000 a year to suddenly had 2 students paying a £5 a class. Right? So, yeah, £100,000 a tenner twice a week, 3 times a week. And then obviously now he's getting to travel the world. Obviously a high-level black belt, world champion. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, gave up a crazy job, do you know what I mean, for jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, fair play to you, bro. Fair play to you. So, so there we go, guys. We're going to have Tomas Ayers, Team Draig, is going to be up against Abraham Dannan. That's ASW. So that's going to be Team Wales versus Team Ireland, or as everybody else sees it, Team Draig versus the rest of the UK. It's going to be a great matchup, this one. So again, anybody that's going to be at the event, make sure you do tune in for this match. So anybody looking for tickets, head over to Grapple Kings Facebook page. Now, we'll take you through to their website, and it goes through Eventbrite. Tickets £30-35. So make sure you do get tickets for this. As I said, it's going to be Saturday, the 23rd of July. It's going to be at the Radisson Blue in Cardiff. So I know there's been a couple of venue changes. No fault of Grapple Kings, just obviously the venues, whatever happened with the venues, unfortunately they fell through. So Radisson Blues, fingers crossed, it's going to be the last venue. Otherwise, we'll be in a car park, in an Asda car park or something like that. It's going to happen. Grapple Kings 8. So anybody looking for the pay-per-view, head over to Fight TV. Now, Fight TV, what's out the best price or the best way of paying for it is the monthly subscription. So what's out is about $4.99 a month. And when you think about all the Grapple Kings events. You're maybe talking about 4+ of them a year. You've got Grapple Fest events on there as well. So it's an absolute bargain for £4 a month. So definitely get that if you can. But Tomas, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy. Absolute pleasure talking to you. As I say, I love talking with you, Team Draig guys. You guys definitely bring a different style, a different kind of atmosphere to jiu-jitsu whenever you're at events, or even talking to you guys. It's so fun to do.
Oh, thank you.
All right. But listen, I'll be there. I'll be there on the 23rd. I'll be doing obviously the commentary. So I've got lots of good words to say about you. All right. So
I'll take it.
But listen, enjoy the rest of your training, all right? And we'll see you in a couple of weeks, buddy, all right?
See you soon.
Take it easy, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah.